Diamond from Diamond Shine Soap. I'm excited to see you today. Today in the studio, we are going to make some scented sachets. But before we get into that, I want to let you guys know, first and foremost, every single one of my recipes, anything that I do on the channel is located in the description box in my Patreon. Listen guys, now is the perfect time to join the Patreon. The Patreon is full of candle making recipes, skincare recipes. There's so much there. You will never be disappointed. Candles can be a very expensive task, but I've compiled so many different candle making recipes, y'all. Stuff from Dollar Tree, Candle Science, even Amazon. You could be making candles in a little under 2 weeks if you follow my instructions. Said it's not the time to waste money. It's time to go ahead and join the Patreon and enjoy all of the wonderful benefits. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and do that right now. All right, we are going to make these scented sachets. I'm going to give you guys the recipe. The only thing is you have to go to the Patreon to get it. I'm going to link it in the description box, and it's going to be completely free. So you click the link in the description box. It will take you to the Patreon, and I will make the recipe public for everyone. Okay? Looking for something to add to your business that is inexpensive and you can get more bang for your buck, look no further. This is your answer, okay? Listen, when it comes down to making scented sachets, I'm no stranger of them. Listen, they used to be all around my house when we was growing up. My grandmother used to have the worst, stinkiest sachets all around the house. They used to be in the drawers. They used to be on the table. They used to smell like cinnamon. They used to have all of the herbs and all this stuff in them. Listen, I hated them when I was younger, but when I got older, I started smelling, something that smelled actually normal. So I was like, hey, these things, I probably can buy some. Not so bad. Well, anyway, guys, I thought about it one day. I said, what if we start making scented sachets and putting them inside of our boxes when we ship things to customers, kind of giving them an idea of some of the scents that you have to offer. So with that being said, let's talk all about it. We have so many different scents and we have so many things to offer. And if we put our scents online, sometimes our customers will just be clueless. Like, let's just say we give it a name like Bedrock Cafe. They don't even know what Bedrock Cafe smell like. From a tiny little envelope, put a little bit of the rice that's been saturated with the fragrance, and they can smell it that way, and it's very cheap. And not only can they smell it, they can take this and they can sit it in their car, they can sit it in the bathroom, they will smell it, and it will honestly make them say, I need to go ahead and get another one of these because I love the smell. For a lot of scents, and some of the stuff I mixed together on my own that you would never find on the website. So I thought this would be a good idea to put in my business. And if I'm gonna put it in my business, I need to put it in your business. Without further ado, let me tell you guys what you're going to need to make this recipe. First of all, you're going to need a bag of rice. Now, you can use any kind of rice. You're going to need some containers because if you are going to be doing this recipe, and let's say you want to have like 5 or 6 fragrances, you're going to soak your fragrances in 32 ounce or 8 ounce containers like this. You want to have a nice lid on them. These are airtight. You don't have to worry about the aroma escaping or even the plastic eating up the fragrance because that can happen in most cases. The next thing you're going to need is some very strong fragrance. Now, there are so many fragrances on the market, but we're going to treat this the same way that we treat freshies. You can't make freshies with soft scents, and you can't make these sachets with soft scents either. So you're going to stick to your coffees, you're going to stick to your masculine fragrances. Vanilla is a strong scent, coffee scents are usually strong, and also a lot of the masculine fragrances are strong as well. The only fragrances that I would stay away from is things like cotton candy, peppermint, lavender, things like that. Not as strong. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay guys, so what you are going to need is, now you're going to need these polypropylene bags. It is really important for you to get them. I will link those in the description box. I have those available on my website. I have a pack of 100 for $9.99. They do not sell them on Amazon. The only place I do know that actually sell them is Uline. So, if you don't shop with Uline or the shipping is too high, I definitely got you. Now, you can use some coin envelopes. You can can use some seed envelopes. You also could use just some regular gasoline bags. You could also use muslin bags. I think I might be saying that wrong, but you guys know exactly what I'm saying. So, that's all you need. So you're going to need one of these plastic containers, guys. I forgot to mention that I'm putting my fragrance in, and I'm only using 0.10 ounces of fragrance, so 0.1. Okay, that's all you need. Do not use a whole lot of fragrance because you will not be able to get it to absorb in the rice. So I found these containers on Amazon. These are actually the soup containers that you get from like the Chinese store. What I like about these containers is they don't absorb the fragrance, or you don't have to worry about it eating away at the plastic container, because sometimes that'll happen if you put your fragrance inside of a cup. You will come back and you will have like a massive hole at the bottom of the cup because the fragrance will eat the cup up. Okay, so these containers, it don't happen with these, so that's why I like them. And also they're airtight, and when you store your rice with your fragrance in it, it's always strong when you come back to it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my rice to this container. And as far as the rice is concerned, make sure you go by the exact measurements that I give you guys, because if you don't use enough rice, you will have some wet rice, and it's just, you're not going to be able to use it. It's going to make the bag really greasy, kind of looking like you took a sandwich to school. And remember how you take that paper bag to school and it's super greasy and you're pulling it out at lunchtime? So you don't want to put no unprofessional mess together like that for your customer. Okay, so that's all you're going to need. And let me tell you guys, I've not made a whole lot of live videos. I've not made a lot of videos on the channel, but I am going to start making a lot of freshie videos, because that is what I've been getting into, guys. I've been making freshies. I've been perfecting freshies. I'm literally in Freshie Academy, and I'm just learning it. And usually when I learn something to this capacity, I just go all in. And so I have been printing molds and stuff like that. I mean, I got a 3D printer, y'all. It's just been getting kind of fun. I don't know. I don't even know where this came from. So I just started stirring my fragrance in, guys. But what I thought about was, wait a minute, why am I sitting here stirring this in? But if you don't have these containers, you can use mason jars. Mason jars are pretty good at keeping your scent on the inside, just kind of keeping it airtight. So I closed up my container because I said, let me stop this foolishness up here, stirring this rice up when I could just put the top on and just shake, okay? And this is what you're going to do, guys. You're going to allow this to sit for about 7 days. Just keep coming back, checking it every day and just seeing if all of the fragrance is absorbed. The longer it sits, the better it is, and the longer it will last. So you just kind of shake it up, and when you come back, some of that rice that you see sitting along the sides and on the top, that's just going to fall inside of the container, and the container is going to be pretty clean. So anyway, I'm still shaking it up a little bit more, making sure that I got all of my oil out the bottom. And this is actually, guys, let me show you something. This is my finished container right here. And after about a week, because you could let it sit for a week, but honestly, it'll be finished before a week. You can pick it up and kind of shake it. And when you look at it, you shouldn't see any oil. When you pick it up and put it in your hand, you shouldn't have any oil on your hands. If that is the case and you see oil, guys, go ahead and add a little bit more rice, because your fragrance might have been a little bit thicker than the fragrance that I use. Remember, all fragrances are not the same, okay? So just remember to put your top on, allow it to sit for a while, and then package it when it's all dried up, okay? So this is my bag. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the rice inside of my bag now. When it comes down to filling your bags and putting the product in there, it's totally up to you. You can use 1 ounce, you could use 2 ounces. Bags didn't hold more than 2 ounces, okay? So that's how I pretty much went with mine. So I'm going to go ahead and stick the tag. I'm talking about the tag. Oh my God. I'm going to stick the label on the front, and on the back of it, guys, all you have to do is just use some clear tape, or you could use a thank you sticker. I like the thank you sticker a little bit better because it's just, I don't know, it's you're probably going to get a really cute sticker and put it on there. And so, once you get it all filled up, you go ahead and you take the bag and you just make sure your label is sealed and connecting with the bag properly. And then you just go ahead and put your sticker on the back, and then you're going to put it in your bag. The reason why we're using those bags, the polypropylene bags, I might be saying that wrong, but you guys will see, I'll link that in the description box. The reason why you're using those bags is because the fragrance will not leave out of those bags, and any other bags, the fragrances will leave. Okay. So, it don't matter. The fragrance will not be in the rice if you use the wrong bag. Anyway, guys, this is the final product. I will see you again for the next video.